We have spent most of this lesson talking about water. Actually, pH is generally a chemical measure meant only for liquid solutions. Soil pH has to do with the movement of water through soil. So if you didn't originally test your garden soil in the Universal Indicator Lab, you may want to test it in the next lab. Why does soil pH matter? The pH of soil makes certain minerals like iron, copper, and zinc unavailable to plants. If your soil is a base, then certain plants are not going to be able to access the iron, and they turn yellow and sickly. If your soil is an acid, plants may lack access to sulfur, calcium, and magnesium. An example is I have soil with a basic pH. It measures about 8.5. Right now, my crabapple tree in the front yard has these horrible yellow and damaged leaves. This is caused by my tree not being able to access the iron in the soil. So I have to buy extra iron and continuously add it to my soil to keep this tree healthy. If my soil pH was closer to 7, I wouldn't have to do this. Some cheaper potting soils that you use to grow plants in and you buy from the store can have an acid pH. Peat moss is the main ingredient and it can be really acidic, making the pH less than 4.5. More expensive potting soils add ingredients that are basic to bring the pH into a more neutral level. So if I grow my little tomato seedlings in cheap potting soil, they become purple and stop growing. This is caused because they can't access the phosphorus they need to grow because of the acidic pH. So soil pH and climate. So if you look at the map below, you can see that soil pH is based on where you live in the world. Wet climates are more likely to have acidic soils, and dry climates are more likely to have basic soils. In the map below, red equals acidic soil, yellow is neutral soil, and blue is alkaline or basic soil. And black, they just don't know, and probably because these are generally covered in ice. It is really difficult to change the pH of most soils. If you want to make your soil more acidic, it is useful to add organic matter like compost, leaves, pine needles, and bark. If you need to make your soil more basic, then you can add the mineral lime, which is very basic.